Rise and shine. Okay. Chapter 5. Chapter 5. Saints are to care for their worthy poor. Policies concerning elders are set forth. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren. The elder women as mothers, the younger as sisters, with all purity. Honor widows that are widows indeed, but if any widow have children or nephews, let them learn first to show pity at home, and requite their parents, for that is good and acceptable before God. Now she that is a widow indeed and desolate trusteth in God, and continueth in supplications and prayers night and day. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And these things give in charge, that they may be blameless. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith, and is worse than an infidel. Let not a widow be taken into the number under 60 years old, having been the wife of one man, well reported of for good works, if she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relieved and afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work. But the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against Christ, they will marry, having damnation, because they have cast off their first faith. And withal, they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, also and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. I will therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guard the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, for some are already turned aside after Satan. Excuse me. If any man or woman that believeth have widows, let him relieve them, and let not the church be charged, that it may relieve them that are widows indeed. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. For the scripture saith, Thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn, and the laborer is worthy of his reward. Against an elder receive not an accusation, but before 2 or 3 witnesses. Them that rebuke therefore before that also all that others also may fear. I charge thee before God and the Lord Jesus Christ and the elect angels, that thou observe these things without preferring one before another, doing nothing by partially. Lay hands suddenly on no man, neither be partaker of other men's sin. Keep thyself pure. Drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake and thine own often infirmities. Some men's sin are open beforehand, going before to judgment, and some men they follow after. Likewise, also the good works of some are manifest before him, and they that are otherwise cannot be hid. Well, saints are to care for their worthy poor. Saints are to care for their worthy poor. Policies concerning elders are set forth. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren. Excuse me. So you see how I call Trump father. I call him daddy because he's the nation's grandpa right now. So you gotta treat him as your own father. I really like the embodiment of this. You can't. You're like, I really be doing this stuff, like, and the younger men as brethren. So my younger pups, I treat them as my brother. The elder versus the world is gonna like use like little bro you. I'm not about to little bro you. I'm gonna treat you like an equal brother. I can't stand when people try and little bro me. Like, what you thought? The elder women as mothers, the younger as sisters, with all purity. Same likewise with women. That's why, if you really know me, I'll be like, Ma, and stuff. It's not like I'll be like to random people. Like, it's just I kind of know with whose soul to say Ma to, because some people, some women is like not like motherly. So like you gotta know, and it'd be good that I be knowing sometimes. Like I have a good judge of character of who to respect versus as far as calling them being close to someone, and the younger as sis. That's how I be like sis. So I be doing this. Honor widows that are widows indeed. Yeah, honor widows that are widows indeed. Your husband really passed. Your husband really passed. It's porn now. Like your husband really passed from your husband really passed from a timely death, not someone that, you know, like the Lifetime shows, like they killed their husband. You're not a widow, and we all know who not a widow. But if any widow have children or nephews, let them learn first to show piety at home, and to requite their parents. For that is good and acceptable before God. It said, honor widows that are widows indeed. And then it says, but if any widow have children or nephews, piety is the quality of being religious or reverent, a point of a belief or point of view that is accepted with unthinking reverence. Reverent. Um, deep awe. Okay, devotion. Devotion to God. So it says, at home, let them first learn to show piety at home. Yeah, your children are always supposed to, and when you're raising them up, they always supposed to show their devotion to to God. I remember like for Easter, we used to wear suits and stuff when we was coming up. Like I don't know who doing that now. When we was little, like 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, we wear suits for Easter. You know, so to requite their parents, for that is, oh, okay, show piety at home, and to requite their parents, for that is good and acceptable before God. Ooh. Requite. Requite? Requite. Requisite? Make an appropriate return of a favor, service, or wrongdoing. Return a favor. Respond in love. Y'all. Requite. To repay reward. Yeah. So it says, and to requite their parents, for that is good and acceptable before God. Yeah, like I can't wait to repay my parents for their love for me. That's no big a deal. That comes with being a child. You can distance yourself from them and still repay them. Because I don't like, you don't want like your parents to be um to try and play you. Like don't allow your parents to try and play you out here. Like just because they want to get involved in the narrative that's not true. But at the same time, you always pay like you always pay them back what they did for you, which is like hunker down in a city and work for 30, 20, 40 years. Like that's you can't repay that back. But at the same time, they gotta know how to not undermine your involvement in their maturity as well. Uh, Now she that is a widow indeed and desolate trusteth in God and continueth in supplication and prayers night and day. Night and day, this is continuously and continuous with the Lord because you just lost your husband, so you gotta lean on the Lord heavily, heavily. Like that's the head. So everybody's gonna be trying to manipulate you. Like you gotta stay with the Lord. Everybody gonna be trying to do it. It's gonna be the attacks gonna be coming day and night for you. So you gotta trust in God and continue in supplications. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. We know who, yep. And these things give in charge that they may be blameless. Yeah, so I'm gonna say the word don't isn't respectful to sin. So like everybody be wanting their sin to be respected, and that's not how the Bible works. That's not how God works. That's not how the world works. The act of asking or the act of asking. Okay. So continuously asking God for guidance. Okay. And these things give in charge. And these things give in charge that they may be blameless. Yeah, if she's doing all these sorts of things, then you can tell. But if any provide not for his home, not for his own, and specially for those of his own house, he have specially for those of his own. Okay, he had denied the faith, and worse in his worth, worse than an infidel. Yeah, so that's why it's like tough. All the tough love and stuff is you putting men before for God. You trying to look like out here like you putting men before the faith. The faith is you just gotta provide for your own house. Like it's you gotta yeah, you gotta provide for your own house. That's why when I have my son, like it's gonna like when you raise it, like, because we have knowledge now, because we have more knowledge now. I could get more involved in the activities that upbringing my son is gonna take cause for. Like, our parents don't have an excuse now, but they had like they had some grace coming up because of everything. But like they don't got no excuse now. That's why in 20, like, everything gonna be. So why is y'all acting like? But anyhow, let not a widow be taken into the number under 80 old, having been the wife of one man. Let not a widow be taken into the number under 80 old. Let not a widow be taken into the number under 80 old, having been the wife of one man. Three scores, that's 3 digits. Let not a widow, are they counting months? No, that's years. Let not a widow be taken into the number under 80 old, having been the wife of one man, well reported of for good works, if she had brought up children, and if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relived the affliction, if she have diligently followed every good work. Okay, if she's, let not a widow be taken into the number under 80 old, having been the wife of one man. If she's a widow, she can marry again under 3 years, 3 digits. If she's followed every good work, diligently followed every good work. But the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against Christ, they will marry. Oh, so the widows under three digits, it has to go into the faith. If she's brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she's washed the saints' feet. Oh, so let her. We gotta know what 80